What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat. And of course, this is my Bulls report. Now, the Chicago Bulls were, on the road in this particular game. It is a home and home. They will be in Miami for their next two games. And after, coming off of two losses, a pretty bad loss, versus their last two opponents, one being the Milwaukee Bucks, but then you turn around and you lose again in a situation where you could have played better versus the Denver Nuggets. The Chicago Bulls looked to turn around on the road versus a Miami Heat team that was without two of their main guys, that being Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. But make no mistake, they still have guys that can get it done, like the Jimmy Butlers, like the Kyle Lowrys, Kevin Loves, a lot of savvy veterans, the Caleb Martins of the world. They have a lot of guys that know how to play and know how to get it done. Now, for the Chicago Bulls, Alex Caruso was back in this particular game, so he was out there in the starting lineup with Kobe White, with DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Williams, also with Vucevic to finish out Billy Donovan's lineup for this initial game. And in the first quarter, you seen the Chicago Bulls just play one of the best first quarters I have seen from this team this season. I mean, the ball was moving. Guys were making shots. You seen a lot of cutting. You seen a lot of man movement. You seen a lot of great rotations defense-wise. And at one point in the first quarter, the Chicago Bulls found themselves up by 25 points versus the Miami Heat. And again, that was no easy feat. It was a lot of shot making by a lot of guys, one being Kobe White, who bought his shooting shoes on the road. You seen DeMar DeRozan being very aggressive early. You seen Vucevic get into the glass early. I mean, this team looked poised to want to get this particular basketball game and get back into their winning ways, especially against a team like Miami, who, the Bulls have split the initial games versus them early on this season. So you look at what the Bulls were able to do in the early parts of tonight's matchup, and you just, they scored 36 points. Now, make no mistake, the Miami Heat did go on a savvy run to end the first quarter, but the Chicago Bulls held firm by, putting up 36 points in the first quarter to the Miami Heat's 22. Now, in the second quarter, that's when you seen the Bulls basically lax. I don't know if it was, them taking their foot off the gas, so to speak, but we know the NBA is a game based upon runs, and the Miami Heat did that in that second quarter. You seen them just get, they chose to go to the bench a lot earlier than I think Eric Spoelstra would have liked. But you've seen Jaime Jaquez Jr. get in there and do, what the rookie has been capable of so far this season. You've seen Jimmy Butler start to bring his offense along with Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love adding in some great rebounding and passing off of the bench. And that alluded to the Miami Heat scoring 34 points in the second quarter. The Chicago Bulls themselves did score 24. So make no mistake, the Bulls were still up at half, but the lead was starting to dwindle. And I was asking myself, well, is this how the Chicago Bulls are going to continue this particular basketball game? Because we've seen situations and scenarios where they go up big and they find themselves down as the game carries on. And what I liked about the Bulls in the second half was you started to see guys take over. Another tidbit was Alex Caruso was one of the main shot makers in the early part of this game, but I don't know if it was a knee or whatever happened. He could not continue in the game after the early parts. I mean, I think it was like 6 minutes into the game. But Alex Caruso did hit a lot of excuse me, not a lot, but a few big threes early, which helped the league, which helped the Bulls get the lead early. Now, in the second half, again, you seen Kobe White, but the main guy in the second half for the Chicago Bulls, well, two main guys. I want to harp on two main guys for the Chicago Bulls. One being Vucevic, who found a paint presence, and I applaud the guards and wings for the Chicago Bulls for getting the ball to Vucevic down low, allowing him to just show his offensive prowess. Just kudos to that game plan. They found the matchup. They found the mismatch. Nobody on the Miami Heat could stop Vucevic. Whether it was a mismatch, whether it was whatever the case may be, the Bulls took advantage, and that's what you like to see in that scenario. Find the mismatch, take advantage. But I want to give props to one guy, mainly being Ayo Dosunmu. In the second half of this game, Ayo showed why he deserves to get minutes. And by showed off, he erased whatever you thought with that when he didn't put up any stats in the last the previous few games. Tonight he proved to be a welcoming asset, whether it was the three, whether it was his rebounding, his passing, his scoring. I give kudos where it's due, and Ayo Dosunmu definitely deserves that in this particular game. Now, make no mistake, Kobe White did Kobe White things. You've seen DeMar DeRozan do DeMar DeRozan things, which led to a Chicago Bulls win over the Miami Heat. And now the Chicago Bulls, give the Miami Heat a loss in this particular game, which moves the Bulls' record to 10-16 on the regular season. The Miami Heat themselves are 14-11. The high man for the Chicago Bulls was Kobe White with 26 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. Don't mistake Vucevic, 24 points, another double-double for him with 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Patrick Williams, his offense came and went tonight. He did have 9 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan did have 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 23 points. And like I said, Ayo Dosunmu, who I think deserves some kudos and a lot of pats on the back for how he performed tonight with 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 24 points. Andre Drummond did have 7 points, 5 rebounds. Dalen Terry got in with 3 minutes, did not score, but did have a rebound. Javon Carter didn't score. Torrey Craig in his 23 minutes with 5 points and 3 rebounds. And for the Miami Heat, their high man was Jaime Jaquez Jr. with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. They did have Kevin Love with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Also, Jimmy Butler poured in 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Caleb Martin himself did have 17 points and 11 rebounds and 4 assists in 39 minutes. But all in all, for the Chicago Bulls to be playing at this level, how they've been playing without Zach LaVine, it shows a lot of heart with this team. This team is moving in the right direction. If you like to see a team that scraps, if you like to see a team that competes, if you like to see a team that is playing basketball productively the right way, providing a jump by everybody involved. They're looking like a team that wants to actually be out there together. Not a lot of standing around. These guys are definitely poised to be in most games every night, as long as they're playing together as they are currently. They do have a day off. I believe their next game is versus this same Miami Heat team, and that will be Saturday. So they do have Friday off. So I'll be tuned in. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Chicago Bulls fans, Miami Heat fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.